Medieval building in Minecraft is not only one of the most popular styles, but also my personal favorite and the one I'm best at. There's many aspects that go into making a good medieval style Minecraft build. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to go about making a medieval style build. Before we do that though, can you just drop a sub and a like on the video if you enjoyed? It shows that the video should go out to more people and it helps my channel grow. Now, I say this all the time, but when getting started with any Minecraft build, you need to have good inspiration. You need to have some kind of thing in your head or online that you want to look at and use as kind of inspiration for what you're building. And there's a couple ways we can do that, so let me show you. One way is to literally just Google what you're trying to look at, whether it's medieval houses or buildings. There's so many resources and images online to get your mind rolling. Along those same lines, you could go over to Pinterest. Pinterest has a lot of interesting resources, sometimes a little bit more useful than Google Images. So try both and see what you can find and juggle around in your head. And once you've got some inspiration ready, next thing is laying out the block palette. And right here, just as an example, this is the one I chose for today. Now you can see there is some stone at the bottom. So the first thing I got out was a little bit of stone with mixed in stone bricks. The next thing I noticed was the stripped oak would look good as the pillars and white as the walls with some sandstone dirtiness, as you can see in the picture, and then spruce as the detailing with the purple and light blue as the very top of the roof. Now those are the two closest colors I could really come to that roof, so it's okay if you're not perfect, but try and get some of the color palette pretty similar. Alright, now guys, we want to get the general shape of the build down, so use your concrete and go map out the shape of the build to make sure that you get it correct, so that when you start adding the colors, the block palette, and the detailing, you have the whole shape of the building correct already. I like to use different colors of concrete, and if you've seen any of my build help videos, I always talk about this concrete style, and on screen there'll be a card for one of those videos if you need help understanding what I'm even doing here. So like I said, go ahead and map it out with all your different materials, get the shape down correctly, and once you're done, we'll be ready to add the details. Okay, and now we have the general shape of the medieval build we want, and we can already tell it looks pretty medieval even like this, but the block palette is the real thing that steps it up a notch and sets it apart from a normal building, and obviously takes it away from this colorful concrete palette. So guys, now you need to go in and replace the blocks here with your block palette, and then once you do that, add in all of your detailing, and that means windows and your roofs and all the different little things, planters, leaves, all sorts of things like that that are going to make the build even better. Well guys, the first thing you want to do is change out the blocks. Obviously, you see me here switching them all out, and now it's time to go in for the detailing. And with medieval themes, it's important to remember the time that it is. You know, we're using a lot of wood and stone and some colorful stuff in the roofs, which I don't know what material that would be. But anyway guys, you go around, and I'm using my other picture as inspiration for some things, such as right here on the side has a little part sticking out, so I put that in the build as well. I'm also replacing these very edge blocks of the roof with a spruce trim, as you can probably see, and just adding some detailings, tossing in some plants and using that spruce wood as the details. And I'm going all the way around the whole build, finishing out, and I'm sure you've noticed I used the smooth sandstone to mix in with the white wool to kind of give it a little bit of a gradient from the bottom up to the top and make it look a little bit dirty. So you got some inspiration, you chose your block palette to match, you got the shape down, and you filled it out with the blocks, but now you just need to get the detailing correct. Let's go over a few things you can do to help it. One thing you can do, as you see here, is put the spruce trim around the outside of the roof. That is just to stick it out one block from the wall and use your wood as a trim around the roof. The next thing you can do to help is add in some plant life and some fancy windows, as you see right here. I also have a tutorial on windows, so toss in some plants, put some little fancy windows in like that. It looks very good on a medieval build. And the final thing I want to make sure I tell you to do is put in a tower. Whether the build has it in it or not, I'm sure you can fit a tower in there to look good, and it really helps fit the medieval theme. And you also can see I used the spruce as a trim on the tower. And guys, it's all about just adding in detail wherever you can, and look up other Minecraft medieval builds to get some ideas of detailing tricks. So guys, here's my medieval build, and I've showed you how to build your own medieval build, and as you probably could tell, it's a lot about the inspiration and the planning rather than the actual building. All the shape making and things like that really do account for most of the build and getting inspiration for it. If I was to just start placing blocks, it would never come out as good as this, so I'm glad I did all that precursor work. So you guys can go ahead now and try your best to make your own medieval builds in Minecraft, and if you do, head over to my Discord and drop it in the Your Builds section, and I'd love to see what you guys can come up with for your medieval builds. So thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll be hanging out inside this house for a little while, and the next video is coming out very soon along with a massive announcement. So stick around guys, I'll see you next time, and subscribe if you're not already.